Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. We continue on our discourse wherein at the beginning of every year I go into the ABC of spirituality and I break down these terms and conditions that is required for you to be a spiritual aspirant. The A in spirituality stands for attaining a bona fide spiritual master after due diligence. The B is after phase A has been completed thoroughly and you are convinced that you have found your spiritual master, then the B is to believe in his teachings. Then the C is to cultivate his teachings into a way of life. And that is basically the ABC to spirituality. Today, I want to discuss an event that's going to take place next week, but I want to bring that event into its reality and into its spiritually legal understanding. Spiritually legal understanding. So if you're looking at me from your side, then on your right you can see Mother Kali. All of you all can see Mother Kali. My 2 grandchildren refused to be associated with Mother Kali when they saw a severed head. And they are 4 and 1.5. So they were playing around in the ashram, but they refused to come anywhere near. I think they kept about 3 or 4 meters away from Mother Kali. So what is Mother Kali doing in an ashram that is promoting Sri Vaishnavism around the world? And this is the question. I left Mother Kali, Mother Durga and Lord Shiva on next to my Vyasasana on my stage, and I wanted the world to ponder what is this Guru up to, because we have now Shaivism on the stage and we also have Shaktivism on this stage, but this Guru is a Vaishnavite. So as I've indicated since inception, we are here to clear up confusion in Sanatan Dharma. That is in my constitution. That is why I took my birth in the Western world, to speak to you in a language that you can drink through your ears. To speak to you in a language that you can drink through your ears. So many years ago, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, when Lord Shri Krishna left to go back to Vaikunt, then irreligion or adharma came into effect because the Lord was no longer here, and adharma or irreligion or the negative effects of this universe began manifesting itself to such an extent that humanity started sacrificing animals to fix their problem. So if you couldn't find a girl to get married, you just murdered an animal. If you couldn't get a job, you murdered an animal. If your business was not right, you murdered an animal. Whatever was not working for you, you began murdering animals. And how many things don't work for you in a given week? Mathematically, how many things don't work for you in a given week? 20? Average of 20? More? 50? Some of you 500? Ladies? 1,000? Ladies? 2,000 things don't work for you in a day? Now, personify that and synthesize it with one animal, but one thing that is not working for you. You saw the chaos immediately after Dwapara Yuga. Premila, imagine if you was in around that time of Dwapara Yuga. How many animals will you instruct your husband and 3 sons to bring to you in a day? Premila? Can you see the bloodbath? Not only you, Premila, I'm talking about all those people in Dwapara Yuga, and you've been there too. Every one of us has been there. Our lives continue to incarnate. So God had to take a stance. Don't you think? Our Creator, when He saw humankind gone worse than animals, then He had to come down and fix this problem. You understand? So He incarnated as Lord Buddha. He incarnated as Lord Buddha, and that injunctions in the Vedas, which were misinterpreted by Sanatan Dharmis, He asked His followers to reject those that were out of context. It is easier to ask someone, especially on a huge mission like his, to reject those verses, and that might be about 7 or 8% of the Vedas only. 7 or 8% of the Vedas. He retained all the other moral and ethical aspects of the Vedas. He just asked a certain amount of the Vedas to be rejected so that mankind can stop this willy-nilly killing of innocent animals. Willy-nilly killing of innocent animals. But then Buddhism spread throughout India by a certain king who became a devotee of Buddha. Now we needed to reinstate. We needed to reinstate the Vedic injunctions. And the year 800 AD, Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva incarnated as Shankar Acharya. Lord Shiva incarnated as Shankar Acharya, and he divided equal worship of the deities. Remember now, there's no Vedas, your mind is blank. First you was killing, then Lord Buddha came and stopped you from killing, and he made everyone vegetarian and practice non-violence against animals. Then to remedy that situation, Lord Shiva took his birth as Adi Shankar Acharya, and he preached the Advaita philosophy that is found in Sanatana Dharma. But this was only a temporary solution. So you don't know maths, you don't know mathematics, and then somebody comes through and teaches you mathematics. 1 apple plus 1 apple is equal to 2 apples. 2 apples minus 1 apple is equal to 1 apple. 1 apple times itself is equal to 1 apple. 2 apples divided by 1 apple is equal to trick question. Alright? Trick question. 2 over 1 is I can hear creaking, rusty brains. 2 over 1 is 2 divided by 1 is 2. I have to give up my guruship now and do a fast crash course into mathematics to bring you in line with my thinking, and I'm trying to simplify it as so that these 3 children, what's your age, boy? 7, 4 and you? 7, 4 and 11. I'm trying to teach them, and how far behind them you all are. Okay, Hemita says 12 o'clock load shedding, which means I must speed up what I'm trying to say. Okay? So you understand what the Supreme Lord did? When man was not controllable by the Vedas, he incarnated as Buddha, removed from his teachings those injunctions and brought man back to civility. You see the plan of God, and that is how Lord Buddha took his birth. And then Adi Shankar Acharya, who is Lord Shiva himself, and he asked, Lord Shiva demanded of Sanatana Dharmis to worship from the 6 deities any one that suited them. So you have Lord Vishnu, you have Lord Shiva, you have Lord Ganesha, you have Hanuman Baba, and you have Durga and Kali Mata. So from nowhere it was difficult to bring him to one personality, because right here it is difficult. I'm a guru since 2013. I've thousands of devotees have passed through my system. Very difficult to tell you that Lord Sriman Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and only He has to be worshipped. It's very difficult for me to do that. Because once I brought in Mother Kali, Mother Durga, Lord Shiva, ashram is getting saris and donations. Before that, no interest. Lord Narayan, Supreme Personality of Godhead, no interest. There's a great interest now for next week. I never felt that amount of activity in my ashram ever in the past 10 years that I'm preaching. But for next week, there's a great movement. I have, I think, 1 or 2 saris in my kutir already. And I heard one devotee saying, I got money for next week as well. And Guru sits here empty-handed. I'm building an ashram worth millions. I have to go and work and build my ashram. But when Mother Kali is in front, money is flowing. All right? So, we have this understanding. That is why you have, and when he taught this, and when he presented all these deities, there were Puranas. Puranas are written by Lord Brahma. There's 18 Puranas that is written or spoken by Lord Brahma. So we have 3 mental states. We have 3 mental states at all times until you are self-realized. Up until you are self-realized, you have 3 mental modes that's computed in your mind that you live. Right now, everyone is in a mental state called Satugun, because you are seated in the ashram and the influence of the positive energy of this ashram has turned your switch in your mind to Satugun. You are in a state of purity or goodness. Then when you come out of here, out of the gates, you'll go back to your original modes of passion. Everyone who's here is in a mode of passion. You're thinking how much money you'll make tomorrow at work, what gifts your husband will buy you, what gifts your wife will buy you, when you'll get promoted, when material things will start happening to you. That is a mode of passion. And then some of you might even say, hey, this guru on a hot Sunday morning was blowing hot air, talking nonsense and wasting my time in this satsang. That is a mode of ignorance. If you are in that mode, know yourself to be in a mode of ignorance. So these 3 modes is interfaced with your mind perpetually. These 3 modes is interfaced with your mind perpetually. So sometimes you, especially the wives, when they're in a good mood, they're in Satugun. Not so good mood, Rajogun. And when they can do cruel things to you, Tamogun. Alright? And it also works for the husbands as well. But I'll be mostly tackling the wives. I'm a male guru. My heart pains for all those husbands that are suffering. Alright, my heart bleeds out for them. So there's that camaraderie. Guru is supposed to be equipoised, but when it comes to this, then Guru tilts on the bias of the husband. All right? Because I know the suffering, I've been through it. All right? If I ask a female to read the Mahabharata or the Bhagavad Gita, how many verses in the Bhagavad Gita? 700. She say, Guru, I got no time. But when she gets up in the morning, in the first 1 hour from the time she is awake, over 1,000 verses come out of her mouth. First 1 hour in the morning only, but Bhagavad Gita 700 verses can't be read. You understand? Ashmika? If my verses are too low, tell me. Tell me, Ashmika. All right? So coming back quickly, I know it's hot, but we need to run this discourse through. Shankara Acharya divided Sanatan Dharma to 6 deities. Lord Shiva in his soul, in the soul of Lord Shiva, resides who? No. Sankarsana. Lord Narayan, in his form as Sankarsana, resides in the soul of Lord Shiva. That Sankarsana, 200 years later, who, through the soul of Lord Shiva, asked these 6 deities to be worshipped, was born as Lord Sri Ramanuj. On your right, my left, Lord Sri Ramanuj, and he cleared this. He cleared this and stated with Vedic injunctions that Lord Sriman Narayan is the only worshipable deity. He came and cleared this. So can you see? God, 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 God. Can you see? God did everything. Because God does not want you to create your own system. That is why God came and created the system, the Vedas, and practically took his birth to show you what must be done. Because man has no capacity to create a religious or a spiritual system. Do you understand why God did this himself? Then we coming down now to Mother Kali. Are you understanding? Quickly from there to here. Then you need to understand what Mother Kali is doing right next to the Guru. Right next to the Guru. So let's look at your birth, everyone's birth. Let's look at your birth. Who were you before birth? Sorry, you are just a soul. A soul is, the size of the soul is, if you take the tip of my hair and divide it by 10,000, then from the 10,000 that you divided the tip of my hair, take that one tip and divide it by 10,000 again. So the size of the soul is 1/10,000. The size of the tip of my hair, you was that soul. You was that soul. Then you got eaten. You fell through the rain onto a plant system. You got eaten by your father. Who ate you? Your father. Then your father sent you through his semen into the ovaries of your, or the womb of your mother. So you was just that spark, like the rays of the sun. Can you see it? You just see one brightness, but there's photons that's emitting from the sun, that atomic in size. That is atomic or subatomic in size. So you saw where you are. Then whatever your mother ate, turned into flesh that surrounded your soul. That surrounded your soul. If you had not been in the womb, you would have not attained these 5 elements that make your body. What is the 5 elements that make your body? Space, air, fire, water, and a combination of that 4 gives you earth. So you have these 5 elements that was consumed by your mother, and that built around your soul this body that you have. You understand? But before this body that you have, we needed a creation. And for this universe to have the 5 elements, the Supreme Lord became the Supreme Super Soul. And around His body, these 5 elements attracted itself, and you have this universe. You understand? So like how you have this body, your body is the universe of your soul. And this entire universe is the body of the Supreme Lord. Do you understand? All of you understanding? This nature, lower nature of Prakriti, of the Supreme Lord, personifies, that is why we call Mother Nature her. We never ever said Father Nature, Jai. You heard anyone saying Father Nature? We say Mother Nature. We say her. Your car, Jai. You say she. Aeroplane, she. Bulldozer, she. Ship, she. All the she's are happy now. All right? Without a she, no he. And this is why that. All right? Arrogance. Without me, you won't be here. Then you have license to non-stop. Non-stop, Premila. At 70, you talking like a 5-year-old. Whole day, whole night, whole day, whole night. You understand? So that she that is being referred to is Mother Durga. Mother Durga personifies these 5 elements. Mother Durga personifies these 5 elements. And whenever the Lord has to come down, and the Lord comes down to be with His devotees, He loves to be with His devotees, then He loves to come down and fix up dharma and adharma. So the Lord incarnates to fix up religion, irreligion, and to meet His devotees. At all times the Lord came down, He had devotees, and also to annihilate the demons. Annihilate the demons. People think I am very, very militant when I say annihilate the demons, but there's nothing else but annihilating the demons. All right? And that is why the Lord comes down. So Mother Durga personifies herself as a cow and meets Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma goes to the four corners of the universe and gives this complaint. And Mother Durga only does that when she cannot sustain herself. So Mother Durga feeds you, yes or no? Even if you eat in chicken, Satish Bhai, the chicken has to eat the grains from Mother Durga. Then the grains become a chicken and you eat the chicken. So either directly or indirectly, Mother Durga continues to sustain. But what happens when you get unruly leaders? And let's get straight to Pakistan. It's in the news. What is happening in Pakistan today? No food. Because the leaders ate all the money for food. So there's no food, there's famine. Sometimes the whole world is in that position. And when the world comes in that position, Mother Durga personifies herself, meets Lord Brahma, because Lord Brahma is the secondary creator and he has access to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then the Supreme Lord comes as Lord Ram or Lord Krishna, and then he removes these demonic rulers so that Mother Durga can start replenishing her children, who is you and I. Like your mother, what she ate, her potency gave you flesh. Similarly, Mother Durga gives sustenance to every living and non-living entity in this universe. All of you understand. And it is for that reason that Mother Kali is seated here today. It is for that reason. And I will be building 3 temples along the fence line in this week, in this heat. In this heat. No contractors. Guru will be building the temples so that next week Sunday we will take them carefully down from here, doing the relevant mantras and place them in their home. All of you understand? Because not everyone here is a lover of Lord Sriman Narayan. So I am doing what Adi Shankar Acharya did. I'm giving you a few alternatives. But what he didn't say, I am going to say. So in the Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Lord says that whatever form you worship me, I make your faith steady in that form, but in reality, whatever you are given but from that deity, in reality you are given that from me. Are you understanding? So you have a state president. Our hope will be Musi Meimani, 2024-2029. I am a interfaith coordinator of Musi Meimani's Bosa, and definitely 2029 Musi Meimani will be the state president of South Africa. So if you have an opportunity to meet him here, he'll be always up and down this ashram. All right? And if you come to know him, then if you need a political intervention in your life, there will be a Bosa counselor here in Reservoir as well. And we'll have a Bosa premier. So you'll have a Bosa counselor, a Bosa premier, and a Bosa president. If you met the president here, and if you need a political solution to something, which system would you go through? Will you go to your councillor who's limited to your ward? Will you go to your premier who's limited to the province? Or will you go to the president who is unlimited in South Africa? If you met him, you'll go straight to the president. Similarly, we have all these deities here. All of them are part and parcel of being a cosmic administrator for the Supreme Lord, Lord Sriman Narayan. All of them are cosmic administrators, like how the councillors, the premiers, the ministers are all administrators for the government. Similarly, and Indians especially, who? Indians, not the other races, Indians especially. If I was not a guru and I told you I'm working for BMW, we in a party, we having some nice whatever, and you heard, hey, that man is a manager of BMW. What is the first thing you'll ask me? How's the contact? I got a BM, how's the spares? Or something, or if you want to buy a BMA, organize. Won't you, Indians? Anywhere in the world. And that is how Indians are ruling. Currently today, what's the date today? 15th of December, January 2023. Indians are ruling this entire world. Go and research it. Every major government, every major business, every industry, there's an Indian there. Because, how's they? But where they need the real contact, they say their mothers and fathers are their contact. Yeah, the Guru. Yeah? The Guru is with the Supreme Lord, the biggest contact in this universe. The biggest contact in this universe. Please come and meet me silently and quietly and ask me, Guru, make a plan. Because I'm with God. Make a plan. The word impossible does not exist here. But unfortunately, Indians don't ask me to make a plan with Lord Sriman Narayan. I know the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Meet me quietly. WhatsApp me. Encrypted. I won't share it. Alright? The contact is here. The Guru is in contact 24/7 with his boss, and the Guru's boss is the owner of this universe. Guru's boss is the owner of this universe. And if you follow the instructions of the Guru, if you surrender to the instructions of the Guru, and we have proven it for the past 10 years, medical science is still in awe of what has happened in this ashram. Medical science is still in awe of what has happened in this ashram. But you have to surrender. And when I say surrender, don't put your hands up and give me your car keys, your safe keys, your bank cards. No. Surrender means listen to the Guru. And in this satsang, my instructions do not hurt anyone. If you're a newcomer, you're here for a little while now, just come to satsang as frequently as you can on a Sunday. I don't ask you what to eat, what to drink, what not to drink in the first year. But if you're here for 3 years and still eating the chicken, then Guru is on to you. And that is why the composition of my members keep changing, because when the Guru starts tightening the screws, people run away. But it's my job. It's my job. I must clean you up. I must make you prosperous. That is what I am here for. First year you got license, Robin. License is yours. First year with the Guru. Do as you please. Just come to satsang. Second year, Guru will tighten the screw a little bit. Third year, even more. Fourth year, Robin, I use a torque wrench. Alright, I'm talking to Robin in this term because he's a mechanic. Alright, so most of you know torque wrench. Alright, so quickly, I got 10 minutes. So, who is Mother Kali? You heard of Yoga Nidra. When Lord Shiva goes into his cosmic sleep, on Adi Shesh, when Lord Vishnu goes on his cosmic sleep, then, and I like to say this, there were two demons. How many? Two demons that was troubling Lord Brahma to such a, and the Devis and Devtas, the cosmic administrators, to such an extent that Mother Kali took her birth from Lord Vishnu. I want you to hear this again very, very, very carefully. When Lord Vishnu was in his cosmic sleep, and there were two demons that was overpowering Lord Brahma and the Devis and Devtas, the cosmic administrators, Mother Kali issued forth from Lord Vishnu. This is a Vedic injunction. Forget what your granny, grandfather, grandmother, Purohit, temple priest told you. I'm giving you a Vedic injunction. Mother Kali was born from Lord Vishnu. Then she got him up. And Lord Vishnu had a fight with the two demonic entities. And then she activated her potency. She activated or increased her potency, and she annihilated. I love this word. It took me to court. I got a protection order against me and a case that I violated the protection order. So I'm using that word, annihilated. I love this word. Mother Kali annihilated the two demons. She took her birth from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, and she killed unrighteousness. And she killed unrighteousness. That is the only reason Mother Durga takes the Kali form. Mother Durga takes the Kali form to annihilate demons. What is she holding here? Amita, can the cameras see Mother Kali? Can the camera see her? Okay. What she has in her hands? In my younger days, before I joined the police force, I should move with this called bushes. You all know bushes? And I was born, my grandmother was a Kali Durga devotee, and she had a shrine, and my grandmother had a shining bushy. In that shrine, with those marks on it, Sendur and You understand? So I'm coming from here. If you got a bushy, what you want to do with the bushy? Take out whose head? Demon's head. Is she taking revenge for what has happened to the divine by the demon, and she's removing the head? Is it tit for tat? You attack the divine, I'm taking out your head. Is it revenge? Yes, because something was done for her to come to this form. Something was done for her to come to this form, and here it is shown. This is a universal image of Mother Kali. Universal image of Mother Kali holding a head that she severed, and below her, her husband is sleeping. Why is he sleeping below her? Because she is so angry at unrighteousness. She is so angry at unrighteousness that he went and slept underneath her feet so that he could subdue her anger. At unrighteousness. So I want to ask you a question. If you have a problem understanding law in this country, you're a normal citizen, you're on social media, and you don't understand law. You don't understand law. Would you ask the ordinary citizens what this law is about, or would you use your intellect and type in law and find a group of experts on law and ask the experts on law what you don't understand in law? Who would you ask? Would you ask the ordinary citizens who's on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, TikTok, what this law means? Can you, after asking people who have no degree in law, no degree at all in law, can you draw a conclusion from their comments on law if they know nothing about law? You have to go to the experts in law to understand law. Similarly, if you want to know anything about any of the cosmic administrators associated with the Supreme Lord, from whom must you get that answer? There are millions of gurus, there's millions of places where you can get these answers, but it must come from those who have realized the Vedas. A guru must have realized the Vedas and drawn his conclusions from the Vedas before he come down here and discourse to you. Do you understand? So a guru must know the Vedas in his fingertips to give you a discourse. A guru must know. See, I have all these books surrounded, but I cannot give you reference. It will take another hour for me to reference. But on the comment section, I invite anyone who have not understood this discourse. Then I can reply on the comment section, and we can take this discourse further next week, the following week, because sometime one question might need an entire discourse to answer. So Mother Kali has taken her form to remove irreligiousness from the universe. That's a special form that she has taken. So people, if you go on to Google and you're going to say there's many stories about Mother Kali, which one is true? Because she also issued forth. When Mother Durga was angry, she also came out through the eyebrows of Mother Durga, and this form of hers with this head is when there was a demon who was given a boon that he could multiply and get cloned with every drop of his blood. He could multiply and get cloned with every drop of his blood. And this, what you see here, is when she had to annihilate that demon. And this is why Mother Kali drank the blood, so that that demon could not clone himself, Premila. The demon could not clone himself, so she drank the blood. Please do not cut a rooster to next week when I'm doing my puja there. Glass full of blood. Get your Kali trance and drink the blood. I'll kill you all. I'll annihilate you all. I will annihilate whoever kills a rooster. I'm going to tell Taffy to hide my geese. I have a geese on this premises. The geese must be hidden. All right? Yes. Look at how we misinterpret scriptures. There's the real reason the Guru gave you. This demon had a boon from Lord Brahma that he can multiply himself. He can multiply himself. And he was causing havoc by multiplying himself. So Mother Kali was manifested specifically to annihilate this demon. But what we do? Buy a car, kill something for Mother Kali. Buy a truck, kill something for Mother Kali. Go to the temple, kill something for Mother Kali. No, Mother Kali is a vegetarian. Mother Kali is a vegetarian. Yes, my boy. Say it again and again. Yeah. All right? But what we did, we're doing the same thing that happened before Lord Buddha took his. Again, yes, my boy. Look, all of you understand. So I'm saying this with love. I'm saying this with love. There are so many things we don't know. Then to understand that, we go to the relevant people. We go to the relevant people. And this misunderstanding of religion, the Guru is the relevant person, not your parents. Not your parents. Parents are your parents. But the Guru will tell you exactly what must be done and what must not be done. You all know what is Jafar? How many of you know what is Jafar? Huh? Yes, take a nutmeg and cut it. Offer it to Mother. Premila is crying. Premila is crying. This is the truth, Premila. This is the absolute truth. All right? So for those of you that first time, Robin and family, at this satsang, whoever come here, I ask you to gossip. You know how to gossip, Robin? Only allowed to gossip here. Only allowed to. This is spiritual gossip. Any members that's here, take them on side. How's it, bro? Hey, how you? All right, all right. What you doing here? Hot Sunday, what you doing here? You understand? Then these older members will tell you what can happen here. The word impossible cannot exist in this ashram. Why? Why the word impossible cannot exist in this ashram? Everything is possible with God. So choose, Robin, any of these people, choose them. See my camera woman in the front here. How many years you with me, Amita?
2019.
Many years. She's still sticking the Guru's nonsense from 2019. But she's a medical doctor, all right? So ask her, hey, doc, what you doing here? From 2019. Then she'll tell you. That is called due diligence. You don't just come to a satsang and just sit down, like the music, like the discourse and go home. You must take something from here. This satsang must make a tangible difference in your life. It must make a difference. It cost you some petrol to come here, isn't all of you? You can't go back without taking nothing from this satsang. All of you understand? We're going to do Aarti quickly, and then Dana will take you all to Parikrama. And if there's anyone that need to see me, you can speak to Dana and see me through